and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, students and scholars, teachers and trainers, professors, professionals, all listeners and learners, respected ministers and managers, honorable doctors and directors, honorable advocates, advisors and bishops and advisors, the most honorable President Counsellor Bodiji, I am Dr. R.K. Singh from USA, heartily cordially welcome. It is really nice time, nice place, nice session today that we are appreciating our holy Indian culture, holy Indian land. As you know that our India is known by its unity and diversity. Time and again our President Counsellor Modiji appreciates, praises, admires our holy Indian culture, our holy Indian cultural and spiritual values. Our social, cultural and spiritual values are really praiseworthy, admirable, boundless, matchless in the history. According to our all holy spiritual scriptures or literature, it is said that our India is known by being creator, generator, operator, starter, beginner in the different fields of agriculture, commerce, arts, medical and non-medical, nor the fields of communication, transportation, railways, post office, hospital, defense. In every sector today, how India is growing by its greatest speed. It is really a great example in front of the worldly people. Democrats trolling Trump and GOP over Epstein case. Rebel in their fissure between Page and his PhD loyal base. Conspiracy theories over Epstein's death in prison and potential evidence in its sex trafficking case, including an alleged client list, have largely been a fixation for the right, one egged on by Trump himself. From Phoenix, Democrats are latching on to the Jeffrey Epstein scandal, demanding records be released and trolling Republicans on social media. News shows and in the US House as they revealed in a rare fissure between President Donald Trump and his fiercely loyal base conspiracy theories over Epstein's death in prison and potential evidence in his sex trafficking case, including an aligned client list, have largely been a fixation for the right, one egged on by Trump himself. The Democrats sensed on opening after the Justice Department said last week no additional evidence will be released, and some of Trump's most influential allies refused to have his case to move on. They are highlighting the dramatic about case by some Republicans, which has divided the MAGA movement and could become a critical following for Trump. The more in-your-face approach also may help Democrats appease elements of the party's own base who are hungry for a more aggressive confrontation with the other side. Russia fired hundreds of drones at Ukraine defying Trump warnings. From Ukraine, Russia fired hundreds of drones, artillery and a ballistic missile at Ukraine between late Tuesday and early Wednesday, Ukraine said, defying calls by Donald Trump to reach a peace deal. The attacks left on women dead and wounded more than 24 people across multiple regions. While a missile attack cut power and water in Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky's home city of Evaluator, according to authorities. For 154 hints that a chatbot wrote part of a biomedical research paper. Scientists know it is happening even if they don't do it themselves. Some of their peers are using chatbots like ChatGPT to write all or part of their papers. In a paper published this month in journal Science Advances, Dimitri Kovac of University of Tübingen and his colleagues report that they found a way to track how often researchers are using AI chatbot to write the steps of their papers. AI tools, they say, tend to use certain words like those crucial, potential, significant and important far more often than human authors do. The group analyzed word use in the abstracts of more than 15 million biomedical abstracts published between 2010 and 2024, enabling them to support the rising frequency of certain words in abstracts. The finding tap into a debate in the sciences over when it is and when it's not appreciated to use AI helpers for writing papers. When ChatGPT was introduced in November 2022, a collection of words started showing up with unusual frequency. Those words the investigators report were not used so often before the release of ChatGPT. They infer the change in word usage is a telltale sign of AI in 2024. There were a total of 454 words used excessively by chatbots, the researchers report. Based on the frequency of the AI favored words, Kovac and his team calculate that at least 13.5% of all biomedical abstracts appear to have been written with the help of chatbots, and as many as 40% of abstracts by authors from some countries writing in up to less selective journals were AI generated. Those numbers said Adam Rodman, director of AI program at Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center in Boston, are almost certainly a lower bound because they don't account for human editing of what the chatbot wrote or the chatbot editing of what humans were Broadband was not involved in the study. Kovac said he was somewhat surprised to see so much use of AI in abstracts. Summary of papers, results and conclusions that often are the only things people read. Kovac and police said no AIs were used in the writing of their paper. Unreleased Leon's music stolen during Cowboy Carter tour in Atlanta, police say. A nationwide celebration of young financial minds. The inauguration edition of SBI Scholars Quiz 2025 was more than a competition. It was a moment to ignite curiosity about finance, economics and banking among young minds. For thousands of high school students across India, the summer of 2025 was more than just a break. It was an opportunity to acquire an essential life skills, financial literacy, through the SBI Scholar Quiz 2025, a pioneering initiative by the State Bank of India, the country's largest bank, aimed at students from classes 9 to 12. The quiz brought together sharp young minds from 16 major Indian cities, empowering them with the knowledge and confidence to make informed financial decisions, especially at a time when financial independence is more important than ever. The top three winning teams were felicitated by Shri Chilla Screen Vizula City, Chairman of SBI, during the bank's annual day event on 1st July 2025 at NCPA Mumbai. Didn't know I hit Hoja. NRI held for marathoners' deaths. Should have stopped to have session from Jalandhar. The driver who fatally struck iconic marathon possessing on Jalandhar Pathankot National Highway on Monday afternoon turned out to be a Canada ruptured man who sped away after leaving the 114-year-old to die, Punjab police said on Wednesday. Wave of tributes from across UK. Tributes are pouring in from across the UK for possessing the oldest marathon runner who died Monday after being hit by a car in his Punjab village at the age of 114. Supreme Court questioned SIT line of probe in Ashoka Varsity law case. New Delhi, the Supreme Court on Wednesday questioned Haryana SIT's line of investigation in the case of Ashoka University professor booked for social media post on Operation Sindhu, saying it misdirected itself. The bench of Justices Suryakant and Joy Malia Bhagisi asked the Haryana SIT headed by a senior police officer to only confine itself to the two FIRs against Al Khan Mohammadabad over his contention social media post, and see if there was an offence and submit its report in future weeks. We are asking why SIT is on the face of it misdirecting itself. They were supposed to examine the contents of the post, Justice Kant said. The bench said though it did not want to interfere or intervene with the investigation, it questioned the seizure of the cell phones and other electronic gadgets. It is open for the SIT to say that the contents of the FIRs does not disclose any offence. This case can be closed. It can always say that during the course of investigation they have come across certain incriminating materials which constitute separate offences and the law will take its own course. The bench told Additional Solicitor General S.V. Raju, appealing for the SIT, Senior Advocate Kapil Sibal, appealing for Mohammadabad, submitted despite the current directions the SIT to focus on the contents of the FIR. It carried out a revising inquiry and sent the gadgets seized from the professor to forensic laboratory for examination. He refers to the interim status report of the SIT, saying it had received the forensic lab report of the gadgets and 2 more months were required for its examination. Raju said the investigation was SIT's prerogative and the accused couldn't dictate terms of the law. Pre-arrest bail for false caution, schoolboy murder case of Chandigarh. Oil weapons can't win new war, serious bets for Desi drone systems. Apex Court defers Udaipur file hearing to July 21. High Court ordered CBI probe into assault on Colonel Pushpinder Singh. 29 missing in HP flash floods, presumed death. Israel launches air strikes on Syria. 3 minor sisters electrocuted while sleeping. No faith in Chandigarh police. Colonel Bath's family hailed High Court. Colonel Pushpinder Singh Bath's wife, Justice Kaur Bath said the court's latest decision had given her a new ray of hope and she was confident of justice being solved. Assault case misrepresented, said his wife. From Patiala, Colonel Pushpinder Singh Bath's wife, Jaswinder Kaur Bath, on Wednesday hailed the Punjab and Haryana High Court's decision to hand over the case of the assault on her husband to the CBI and said their family had lost faith in Chandigarh police as the case had been consistently misrepresented. In a press conference here, he said the court's decision had given her a new ray of hope and she was confident of justice being served in this case. She demanded strict action against police officers who assaulted her husband. The case involves FIR number 169 dated March 22, 2025, which was registered after an arrest delay of 8 days despite the victim's early complaint and medical records. Colonel Bath and his son and Angad Singh Bath were brutally assaulted outside Harban's Dhaba by Patiala police personnel, including 3 inspectors on March 13 night. Had been On Wednesday, the Sridhar Kaur Bhatt shared the families of accused cops had been approaching them with pleas, and one of the accused cops had been proposed to become an eyewitness in the case. She claimed that even our minister had turned down their request for CBI probe earlier and asked the family to withdraw the case from the court, promising them that the government would dismiss the accused cause. Earlier, the family of Colonel Bhatt claimed that despite medical evidence, CCTV footage, and repeated pleas, the accused corpse had not been registered, prompting the High Court to intervene again. They said the court also criticized the police for ignoring the deliberately FIR registration and tampering of medical records MLRIs, terming these as disturbing indicators of bias and obstruction of justice. Unhappy with the probe by Punjab Police, Colonel Bhatt later moved the High Court to demand an independent probe, following which the court transferred the case to Chandigarh Police due to suspected bias by the Punjab Police. Colonel Bhatt has now filed fresh petition in the High Court and alleged a deliberated and coordinated effort by police officials to shield the accused. The court on Wednesday transferred the case to the CBI for a probe. Not a single arrest made, but said in his petition that though the case was transferred to Chandigarh Police on April 6, and it had been more than 3.5 months since the FIR was registered, none of the accused cops had been arrested, nor any of them even associated with the investigation. He was also informed that when the bail application of one of the accused, Inspector Romi Singh, came up for hearing, High Court specifically asked the IO of Chandigarh and police whether they would arrest the accused police officer if his anticipatory bail was dismissed, to which the answer was yes. But as worrisome and disappointing as it can be, no such arrest has been made to date. Colonel Bhatt submitted in his fan plea. The army officer alleged that pressure was being exerted on the Chandigarh police by the top brass of Punjab police. When the matter came up for reading before High Court, SP Manjeet Sharan, who is heading the SIT, appeared in court along with the case file. After examining the matter, the bench expressed dissatisfaction over the investigation and ordered the case transferred to CBI. Long wait for justice. The incident, Colonel Bhatt, his son, was allegedly attacked by 4 Punjab police inspectors and their armed subordinates on the intervening night of March 13 to 14 near Adhama in Patiala. As per the Colonel's petition, the attack was unprovoked and the cops snatched his official I-card and mobile phone and issued threats of the fake encounters, all in public view and under CCTV coverage. Despite the seriousness of the offense, local police failed to take action and distress calls made to senior officials were ignored. The army official had released following. The case was in SIT of Chandigarh Police and not to CBI. In detail, reviews are in the marathon legends. From London, reviews are reporting from across the UK for Fauja Singh, the oldest marathon runner in the world, who died on Monday after being hit by a car in his Punjab village at the age of 114. Writer and filmmaker Captain Jai Singh Sohal told POI I met him many times. He was a very inspiring figure who took great pride in doing what he was doing and in maintaining his Sikh identity with a turban and uncut beard, and in turn he inspired many others. Not only did he inspire people of all ages to physically active, but also he promoted the Sikh identity and took pride in doing so and showing young Sikhs in particular that their religious adherence was not a barrier to achieving great things. Punjab enforces 48-hour limit on government jobs for submitting medical legal reports. DGP to issues order. The Director General of Police has also issued directions to investigating officers, instructing them to ensure all reports from direct doctors and medical authorities are collected within prescribed time frame. Any default in this regard will be viewed seriously. Talks body Islam move expressing strong reservation over the order. The executive body of the Punjab Civil Medical Services Association has unanimously decided to challenge the recent judgment by filing an appeal in the Punjab and Haryana High Court. A 10-member committee has been constituted to pursue the legal course. Dr. Akhil Shareen, President of the association, held that the appeal is expected to be filed by the end of July or early August. Prayers for Satyapal Malik from Jalandhar. Satluj overflows near Park border from Fazilka. Child marriage stopped in Gurdaspur from Gurdaspur. Punjab to add 44 Seva Kendras from Chandigarh. Man pushes for water conservation from Jalandhar. MSME body questions thrust sector industrial policy. Tarantaran Bypaul visit Tarantaran Bypaul. BJP appoints Gianni as in charge of full of a better show from Chandigarh. BB revisits Mahitia's residence. Telangana, Andhra agree on key water sharing measures. Proposals including setting up river management boards ready sales. 7.4 billion screening for TB in Raj. CRPF Jawan Maoist with 1 lakh rupees bomb taken in Jharkhand 25. Woman dies after weight loss surgery in Ali's negligence from Meerut. Farmer dies after attack in crop field in Koshambi. Defamation case against FM. Court imposes 5k rupees fine after complainant Kai's hearing. The judge noted that during the last hearing, the date and time were fixed according to the convenience of both parties. From New Delhi, a Delhi court on Wednesday imposed rupees 5,000 fine on Lipika Mitra for being absent in the hearing over her criminal defamation complaint against Financial Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. CRPF Jawan was with 5 lakh rupees bounty killed in Jharkhand gunfight. 7.4 million screened for TB in Rajasthan. NHRC issues Bihar government DGP notices over killing of 5 of family. The commission observed that the contents of the news reports include serious issues of violation of human rights. Uttarakhand Mills reopening Nanda Devi. J&K statehood at right time, trust PM on this. Minister Jitendra Singh. BJP calls COM OBC meeting a gimmick for Bihar polls. Accusing Congress of creating rift between caste and dividing society. State BJP chief said they do not have concerns about backward classes, SC or STs and minorities. Properties of 3 terrorist handlers attached in Budgam. Those bullying non-Marathi speaking will be taught a lesson, says Athwell. Wrong politics in name of language from Jaipur, Union Minister of State for Social Justice and Empowerment, Ramdas Athwell. You said that bullying non-Marathi speakers on Maharashtra is wrong, and the Devendra Fadnavis government will not tolerate such incidents. Stalin BJP only does politics over Kusidate Cathay Kivu Island. IIT Madras develops lightest active wheelchair YD1. Man gets 7 years jail for raping granddaughter from New Delhi. Another Boeing 737 MAX 8 aircraft grounded before takeoff in Lucknow from Lucknow. India always stood by partners as first responder in crisis. MEA Inter-regional trade discussed at BIMSTEC meet from Dubai. BJP accuses Rahul of being habitual liar and offender. BJP man files claimed after FD account cloned for online fraud. Three threats for Golden Temple on third day, SGPC chief took off Vika. 5 threats in 36 hours, cops yet to press any sender. From Amritsar, ISI linked espionage case, army sapper arrested from Uri. Cross-border narco hawala network linked to Park busted. Family of Nikodar firing victim alleges government inaction, distraction from justice. Punjab Chief Information Commissioner slams Jalandhar Singh body for lapses. Bajwa flees government over drug control efforts. The state has over 8,000 single teacher schools, some with more than 100 students across grades, along with different curricula. Teachers have to juggle multiple roles. In the Jharkhand schools, the sole teacher is also clerk, teacher, manager. Delhi High Court seeks replies on delivery riders trafficking violation. Assam CM thinks he is Raja, but he will be in jail for graft, Rahul says. Rahul Kharge write to PM for J&K statehood. Omar welcomes move. Search after 2 suspected persons spotted in J&K. Dark web, VPN challenge probe into bomb threat emails to school. Dogs trained to identify patients of Parkinson's disease. Hotel manager hacked to death in Hisar. Killers caught on CCTV. Beats 27-year-old to death with sticks. Jinon has 2 murders in 24 hours 10 this month. New law involved in minors' death to enforce burial. Principal's killing sparks school shut down. The principal was attacked by 4 students of the same school. Now schools affiliated with the Haryana Private School Association have demanded that the government enact a school safety act to protect teachers and employees. Tech-driven sweep nets. Abhay, maybe next son gets that message. From Chandigarh, Indian National Local National President Abhay Singh Chautala's son Karan Chautala on Wednesday alleged that he received a voice message on his phone in which he was told to make his father understand or he would meet a fate similar to slain party functionary Nafe Singh Rathi, who was shot dead in 2024. Karan later filed a complaint at Chandigarh Sector C police station. He alleged that he received the voice message on WhatsApp in which the speaker said, "Make your father understand or face the consequences." The threat also mentioned that the other would be sent to Pradhan, referring to the former state president Nafe Singh Rathi, who was shot dead in Feb last year. I received a call at 11 p.m. on my mobile. When I answered, the caller hung up without speaking. Later, I received a message warning me to make my father, Abhay Singh Chautala, understand not to interfere or he would be sent to Pradhan. Karan, in his complaint, the perpetrators initially called Abhay's number, which was not answered by his personal secretary. An FIR has been registered. Citizens asked to prevent misuse of state emblem. The Water and the Commission EC's Bihar exercise throws up too many questions, including why Jain Assembly or the State Election Commission can't be the basis for coming assembly calls. Unsafe spaces, sexual crime on campus or women's desperation in similar ways, but politics could be least bothered. Why here are show that emphasizes with male race. Sorry. Again drawn shield. Coco colonialism. "29 missing in Himachal, presumed rat search being called out. Shan Negi likely to be police chief on repatriation." 189 water supply schemes partially restored in Punab. Deputy CM leaves the state Kong in charge in Delhi. Cops innocent, they cooperated with CBI probe, says Counsellor. Rising glacial lakes in HP and DT makes NIH a respondent. 2,000 fruit trees cut, High Court says continue to clear forest land. Himachal to get 18% royalty from Karcham Ramtu Hydro project. RBI to wait and watch before further rate cuts, Malhotra says. Supreme Court, company can file criminal case against fake product sellers. India looking at India to boost global play. This is all about English news. आज के युद्ध पुराने हथियारों से नहीं जीत सकते, सीरियस कहा। ड्रोन और मानव रहित हवाई प्रणालियों में आत्मनिर्भरता अनिवार्य, आयात पर निर्भर नहीं रह सकते। जनरल चौहान ने कहा कि हम आयातित विशिष्ट तकनीकों पर निर्भर नहीं रह सकते। विदेशी तकनीकों पर निर्भरता हमारी तैयारियों को कमजोर करती है, उत्पादन बढ़ाने की हमारी क्षमता को सीमित करती है और इसके कारण महत्वपूर्ण पुर्जों की कमी होती है। विदेशी शस्त्रों, सेंसर और उनकी क्षमताओं से सभी वाकिफ हैं और दुश्मन इन प्रणालियों की क्षमता के आधार पर हमारी रणनीति और सैद्धांतिक अवधारणाओं का आकलन कर सकता है। लेकिन यदि हम खुद इन प्रणालियों को विकसित करें तो कम से कम शुरुआती संघर्षों में आश्चर्य पैदा करने वाला एक तत्व जोड़ा जा सकता है। पीएम धन धान्य कृषि योजना को मंजूरी, 1.7 करोड़ किसानों को होगा फायदा। हर साल खर्च होंगे 24,000 करोड़ रुपए। एमएलसी इंडिया को 7,000 करोड़ रुपए का निवेश करने की मंजूरी। दिल्ली में 8 स्कूलों को बम से उड़ाने की धमकी। अलास्का में 5.4 तीव्रता का भूकंप। इमरान में मरियम को सियासी परखनी देगी रहम खान। ट्रंप बोले इंडोनेशिया की तरह होगा भारत के साथ व्यापार समझौता। इंडिगो के विमान का एक इंजन फेल, मुंबई में आयात लैंडिंग। इमरान में मरियम को सियासी पटकनी देगी रहम खान फ्रॉम इस्लामाबाद। सेना की जानकारी, पाकिस्तान को भेजने वाला फौजी जम्मू कश्मीर से गिरफ्तार। अमेरिका में भारतीय कनाडाई गैंगस्टर गिरफ्तार, देशों में भी फैला था। शांगुर बाबा का नेटवर्क। दुबई और शारजाह में 5 बैंक अकाउंटों का खुलासा। पुनः अध्यक्ष अभय सिंह चौटाला को जान से मारने की धमकी, बेटे करण को भेजा वॉइस मैसेज, अपने बाप को समझा दे नहीं तो उसे भी प्रधान के पास भेज देंगे। बदल गया पार्लियामेंट कैंटीन का मेनू, स्प्राउट, सलाद, ग्रिल्ड चिकन, रागी, मिलेट, इडली और खीर अब जरूरतमंद खाने खाएंगे सांसद। समाजवादी और धर्मनिरपेक्ष लेवल को लेकर भाजपा उलझन में। राजा में फूड सेंटर में भगदड़, 43 की मौत। मेरी भांजी तन्वी के एक वाक्य से यह कहानी से अनुपम थे। सीरिया में डिफेंस हेडक्वार्टर पर इजराइल की एयर स्ट्राइक, लाइव टीवी शो में दिखी बमबारी। अमेरिका में भारतीय महिला पर चोरी का आरोप। देश के महानगरों में ओजोन प्रदूषण बहुत ज्यादा। जैश का शीर्ष कमांडर हैदर था, बसंतगढ़ में मारा गया आतंकी। आईआईटी मद्रास ने बनाई देश की सबसे हल्की व्हीलचेयर। पाकिस्तानी पत्रकार को पूर्व पति ने पीटा। इस्लामाबाद से महात्मा गांधी की 94 साल पुरानी तस्वीर 1.75 करोड़ रुपए में नीलाम, लंदन से। ममता बोली भाजपा से इंच इंच की लड़ाई लड़ेंगे। मुख्यमंत्री सैनी ने गुरुग्राम में 188 करोड़ से अधिक की विकास परियोजनाओं का किया उद्घाटन और शिलान्यास। सीईटी के परीक्षार्थियों के लिए रोडवेज चलाएगा 9200 बसें। जम्मू कश्मीर को वापस मिले राज्य का दर्जा। सुनील सरधानिया ने ली राहुल अजीत पुलिया पर हमले की जिम्मेदारी। श्री हरमिंदर साहिब को तीसरे दिन बम से उड़ाने की मिली धमकी। ट्रॉले ने स्कूटी को मारी टक्कर, दंपति सहित 7 साल के बेटे की मौत। बावल से आफत की बारिश से समेत 3 घरों की छतें गिरी। खेतों में जल भराव से फसलें डूबी। झारखंड में मुठभेड़ में इनामी नक्सली ढेर, जवान शहीद। अवैध खनन पर 6 महीने में 860 एफआईआर, 10.69 करोड़ जुर्माना और 1186 वाहन जब्त। मंदबुद्धि व दृष्टिबाधित किशोरी के साथ दुष्कर्म, 6 माह की गर्भवती काम करना। अंतर्राज्यीय साइबर ठग गिरोह के 3 सदस्य नागालैंड से गिरफ्तार, सैकड़ों लोगों को बना चुके शिकार। फतेहाबाद से आप महिला प्रदेशाध्यक्ष से बिजनेस पार्टनर बनाने के नाम पर घर पे 1 करोड़। फ्लाईओवर पर चलती बस का फटा टायर, बड़ा हादसा टला फतेहाबाद से। खाद को कमी को लेकर विपक्ष के निशाने पर सरकार, चंडीगढ़ से। टैक्स रैकेट का भंडाफोड़, 3 गिरफ्तार गुड़गांव से। पश्चिमी यमुना नहर में कुरुक्षेत्र की 2 चीनी बहनों ने लगाई छलांग, इंद्री से। न्याय प्रणाली में तत्काल सुधार की आवश्यकता, भारत में समानता बढ़ने से नाखुश कौन। पाकिस्तान जहां पुनः संघर्ष के जोखिम, नहीं थम रहा प्रभावशाली लोगों का दबंगई सिलसिला। सरकार राष्ट्र सुधारों में लाई तेजी, भाजपा सरकार के घोटाले की लिस्ट लगातार लंबी होती जा रही से मुद्दा। समय और संतुलन का तालमेल बरकरार रख सकता है स्वस्थ जीवन। बिजली विभाग में हुई ऐतिहासिक भर्ती प्रक्रिया, विपक्ष कर रहा गुमराह। नाबार्ड बना ग्रामीण विकास और किसान सशक्तिकरण का मजबूत आधार। श्री हरमिंदर साहब को धमकियों संबंधी रिपोर्ट बनाकर केंद्रीय नेतृत्व को भेजेगी भाजपा। राष्ट्रीय सम्मेलन से बना सार्थक चर्चा और परस्पर संवाद का वातावरण। आयोग ने शिकायतकर्ता को 5,000 रुपए मुआवजा देने का दिया आदेश। चंडीगढ़ से श्री अमरनाथ यात्रा के लिए कड़ी सुरक्षा व्यवस्था के बीच 6,064 तीर्थयात्रियों का न्याय था जम्मू से रवाना। 60% नकदी सोने की बिक्री, ग्राहक का बना रही है दूरी। धन्यवाद all my brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, students, scholars, teachers, trainers, professors, professionals, all respected ministers and managers, honorable doctors and directors, honorable advocates, advertisers, administrators and advisors, the most honorable President Modi ji, I Dr. Rakesh from USA, heartily thank all of you. Nice to see, nice to talk. Thanks.